there's a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm not doing any more sharing. Nah. You know what? I'm going to share it to one group. There's one group I'm going to share it to. I haven't shared there in a while. I like to do it every now and again. Testing the waters. It's one of those that are a cool group, but I don't want to like inundate them with all my videos because I do a lot. So, hey, Michelle. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm going to leave my phone there because that's the third time I've dropped it. So I'm just going to leave it there. All I can say is thank God for otter boxes, right? Thank God for otter boxes. Oh, man, the program. It'd be weird, huh? You know, the thing is, sometimes it is not always easy to stick with principles before personalities, is it? Especially when somebody you've worked with comes into a meeting and says the same darn thing they've been saying all along, right? It wasn't from this, but gosh, it worked out real well, didn't it, Amber? Man, frustrating, huh? Now we know exactly how our spouses felt. Uh-oh. But it's hard, man. All right, I'm going to tell you something. When somebody comes in and they have less than 30 days and they talk really well, they're not working the program. Nope. If somebody has been to treatment more than 3 times, you've got a problem on your hands. See, they've been what I call treatmentized. They talk a good game. Yeah. What do alcoholics do? We like to push our boundaries, don't we? Don't we, Michelle? And I think that's kind of what they're saying. I've gone through this. It's kind of, hi Ingrid. You must be on your kid's iPad or something, or on the one that you can't do the sun on, right? So they've been what I call it's called treatment talk. Okay, because what is going on? What's going on? That person's just trying to fit in, and they can't find it because they won't conform. They're refusing to conform, and I know about this because I refused to conform too. I can do treatment talk up, down, forward, back, right. I did some hiring with a bunch of other psychologists and a bunch of like I am one. And I told them DSM-5 is casual reading for me. So, because it is. I mean, this is nothing new to me. So it is tough. It can be tough, right? But it's kind of the way that it goes. It's the way that it goes. So what can we do with that? What can we do that? Well, we can learn. We learn. Now you know why one of the reasons I picked my sponsees. Okay. I'll give you a great example. I used to be a sales trainer. Okay. And if you trained at my competition before me, I had a much harder job because I would have to remove all the bullshit first. I had to get rid of all your lies and your bullshit that you're telling me first before I could even get started with you. I had to make sure you had the correct information. We're selling something here. And my competition loved to gouge customers. Okay. It's the same thing here. Okay. So, all right. Let's talk about how do we gauge our progress. Because that wasn't gauging our progress. And you're going to get frustrated. I get frustrated. I do. Why won't they just fucking do what I tell them? Nobody likes to be told what to do, right? It's like, and I work so hard and I put in time. Yeah, and you were 100% successful. And nobody can take that away from you. You are 100% successful. You're still sober. You're still sober. How do we gauge progress? Okay. So there's a couple of great ways to gauge your progress in the program. Okay. Because a lot of us like to know where we're at. Where you at? Well, I'm on the 8th step. I'm on, well, I'm in the maintenance steps now. And, it gauges, and we do need that. Why do we need to gauge our progress? Because time is not success. We work on a day-to-time program. Okay. Now, if I had to use time for success, I'd be a pretty lonely person. Right? That reminds me, if it is your birthday, you are required to share your story. It's one of the unsaid rules. Okay. So there's a really cool way, and I stole this from somebody else. Okay. So there's a couple of good ways to figure out to gauge your progress. Number one, ask your sponsor. How do you think I'm doing? Okay. So when I meet with my sponsees at the end, what I do, because we've mostly been talking about racking dilemmas and things like that. So when I am done with a sponsee, I tell them what they have accomplished that day. Hey, we worked through this, this, and this. Good job, man. Good job. Okay. And what happens? Oh, now I know where I'm at. I'm not up in the air. We like to know this stuff. Don't you want to know? Nobody likes to be up in the air. Okay. Now, if we are honest and painstaking about things, then we get to do certain things. Okay. That's not where I want to go. So I am going to go to some promises here. I am going to go to the 3rd step promises on page 63. Okay. And what I'm going to do is when I'm reading this, I'm going to change the pronouns. I'm going to change the pronouns to me, I, me. Okay. So listen to this. When I sincerely took such a position, all sorts of remarkable things followed. I had a new employer. Being all powerful, he provided what I needed if I kept close to him and performed his work well. Do you see how that feels different? So instead of just reading this, it's almost like we're making a statement or asking ourselves questions. Because see, while I'm going through this, my intuition, my tummy is telling me certain things. Maybe my heart. I'm either going to get good feelings or bad feelings. Bad feelings means maybe I'm not there yet. Good feelings means I'm progressing. Yes, this is happening to me. Established on such a footing, I became less and less interested in myself, my little plans and designs. See, does it more. More and more, I became interested in seeing what I could contribute to life. See how that statement says, this is what I'm doing. I am claiming my intentions. And my intentions are, I want to be a better person. What a good intention to have. What a great intention to just be a better person each day. It's hard to do. It is not easy to do it. There are no vacations. You don't get a break. Okay? If you go on vacation and have not planned AA meetings, you're going to drink. Yeah. People will tell me things like, "Oh, I'm going to go to Ireland. Oh, you know what? The meetings there are great." "Oh, you've been to Ireland?" "No." "No." "But the meetings there are great." "Well, how do you know?" "It's AA." I mean, fuck, how do I know? As I felt new power flow in, as I enjoyed peace of mind, as I discovered I could face life successfully, as I became conscious of his presence, I began to lose my fear of today, tomorrow, and the hereafter. I was reborn. It's a statement now. And if I feel it, I got it. Shut up, Amber. I know how to handle a Virgo. Where I don't know what's going on, but every Virgo I know right now, I would not take seriously. That's all I'm going to say on that. Because right now we're full of it. Right? I don't know. Every Virgo I know right now is just trying to have fun with life, but we're mad at people. I don't know what it is. Okay. Let's try this again. Now, let's go to the 9th step promises. Actually, let's do one better. Let's go to the 12th step promises. 12th step promises. Every step has promises. 12th step promises. The less people tolerated me, the more. No, that's not it. Okay. Where is it? Oh, I'm in the wrong chapter. That would be why. Life will take on new meaning. Let's read the paragraph before, though. So it gives us everything, right? So, practical experience. What is practical experience? Well, it's everyday stuff that we do to get the result that we want. That's what practical means. Okay? Means it works. Shows that nothing will so much ensure immunity from drinking as intensive work with other alcoholics. Okay. In the first 6 months that Bill was sober, he did not get one person sober. Okay. You want to know why? Because he can't. I'm a messenger. I'm a messenger, and you don't shoot the messenger. Okay. It's a rule. It's a rule in all war. You don't shoot the messenger. You're a messenger. You know what that means? You can go anywhere you want. Okay. Messengers have freedom, but you cannot abuse it or God will take it away. It works when other activities fail. Don't even bother with the other activities. I mean, you can try, but you might as well just listen to our practical experience. I'm going to tell you right now, it is the number one thing for anything in my life. Helping another person. This is our 12th suggestion. Carry this message to other alcoholics. You can help when no one else can. You can secure their confidence when others fail. Remember, they're very ill. Now here comes the 12th step promises. Life will take on new meaning. To watch people recover. I guess I can't really do that with this one. I did because it isn't in that term. I watch people recover. I see them help others. I can watch loneliness vanish. I get to watch a fellowship grow up about you and me. I get to have a host of friends. Do I have a host of friends? This is an experience you must not miss. Frequent contact with each other, with newcomers, and with each other is perhaps the bright spot of our lives. Is that happening for you? Are newcomers and your fellows the bright spot of your lives? If you answer yes, then you'll go to the meeting in Ireland, whether it's shitty or not. Why? Because that's where your people are at. And I don't like going a day feeling unwanted. Why do you think I go to AA? I feel wanted. I belong there. Those are my people. Okay, now we're going to go back to page 62. No, we're not. 60. Many of us exclaim, what an order. I can't go through with it. Do not be discouraged. No one among us have been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We're not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. So if you've gone through this and you're like, no, that hasn't happened for me, go back to your third step. That's the key. Key's always willingness. And the third step is where it happens. It's okay. I do my third step every morning. Every morning. Why? Because I go to bed sober or I wake up an alcoholic. Right? There you go. Huh. One day I'm going to take you to the front lines. See that you want to know why I don't have a detox meeting? Because there's no detox. If there was a detox in Adams County, I'd be having detox meetings and we'd all be fucking going. Unfortunately, you can't do Zoom. You can't do it. HIPAA will not let us do it. So we got to be very, very careful. All right. Anyway, do not be discouraged. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principle we have set down are guides to progress. What are the principles? We'll get to the principles and then we'll wrap up. Here it is. We claim spiritual progress. I know you finished the line in your head. I know. But cut that line off. Or do you claim spiritual progress each day? My life is a crap. My life's pretty good. I usually have more things in my pro column than I do my con column at the end of the day. In fact, there's usually nothing in my con column because I take care of it as it comes along, right? Hi, Patricia. Good to see you. Yeah, you have to own it. That's correct. And that gets confusing because then it's like, well, am I being selfish? Yeah, you are. Good job. That's it. That's how we claim spiritual progress. We don't need to do more than that. Just recognize it, right? All you have to do is recognize it, okay? You don't have to get a big head about it. It's the people that are like, hey, I helped somebody and I'm going to go put it on Facebook. If I did that, I would be doing nothing but posting on Facebook. Well, no, I wouldn't, because then I wouldn't have time to help people. I would rather take that time and help the next person than, it's like in sales. If you just had a sale, don't go on a break. That's stupid. Get back on the phone. You want to know the best time to make a sale? After you just made one. That is the best time to call. Amber. Amber knows this stuff. I used to love running phone rooms just because I'm loud. God, it's quiet in here. All right. So the principles, let's cover those real quick. It's the only reason I keep around Drop the Rock. I'm not a fan. Okay. It's but 100 pages of let go of the rock. Okay, got it. Now, just people wanting to make money. But the one thing that I did appreciate is they have the correct principles in here. I notice when I Google them, they're not the right ones. And I know, and this is how I know, because step 9 is justice. Okay. And when I look online and stuff, it'll say forgiveness. And forgiveness is not step 9 now. It never has been. I've known that 30 years now. Okay. Step 1, the principle behind it is honesty. It's where we got to start. Okay. Yummy. Yummy. Give him a belly. Yeah, I kind of fear it's cooking time. I love you. Drop the Rock is not AA approved. That may have gotten changed though. So, but last I knew it was not. So, step 2 is hope. Step 3 is faith. Step 4 is courage. Step 5, integrity. Step 6, willingness. Step 7, humility. Humility. I'm a big, and Drop the Rock is supposed to be about 6 and 7, but they're kind of wrong. Okay. There's a reason that they're shorter. Okay. In the big book. In the big book, steps 6 and 7 are what, like 3-4 paragraphs. They go over it a little bit more. Okay. But we don't hang out on 6 and 7. We don't. 6 and 7 are about, hey, I now recognize this. I need it removed. And now I'm going to move towards perfection and understanding that perfection, knowing I'm not going to get there. Humility. Yeah. Step 8, brotherly love. Step 9, justice. I got to talk on this. Has somebody, and I'm talking about a true amend. That means somebody did something to you. They saw the behavior and came to you and said, hey, I saw this behavior. It wasn't cool. I'm going to change it. I never said sorry, never apologized, but they said that. Doesn't that feel like justice? When somebody has done you wrong and comes and says, you know what? I did this and it wasn't right. That is what we are doing. Why is it not forgiveness? We did forgiveness in step 4 and 5. I'm not God. I had to forgive one person, me. We don't do, this isn't about, forgive and forget. No, we don't work that way. Water under the bridge? No, it happens. So what? No, we don't work that way. There's got to be a solution. There's got to be an end. Okay, or it won't work. Okay, well, we have changed. Now that we have changed, we can make an actual amend, because the only true amend is change behavior. Everything else is talk. And people are tired of hearing us talk about how we've changed. You got to put the proof in the pudding. That is justice. Step 10, perseverance. You know, perseverance. What does that mean? That means we do this every day. I persevere. That means life on life's terms. Persevere means like trudging. That I have obstacles in my way and I can now overcome them. Step 11, Spiritual awareness. I love it. Not spiritual experience. That is different. Awareness. You will see the world entirely different. Okay. The other day when I said, when you do not lie anymore, there's only one thing left, and that's the truth. So once I start being honest with myself, forgive myself, bring justice to myself, then I can give it away. We talk about that at page 164. You can't transmit what you do not have, period. And in this case, faking it until you make it is going to get you drunk. Step 12, service. So, good stuff. And I'm not hyping it. I'm not putting it down. I'm just saying it's probably a waste of your time. Somehow I ended up with the Ripple. I did not buy these. But each one is marked on the inside of who gave it to me. So, all right. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Now, from my understanding, Drop the Rock may have been turned into, I think the voting's this year for the World Conference. I think that's when it'll be done. So, always great questions from you, though, Kimberly. I love it. Because you give me kind of harder questions. And then I have to do that thinking thing. So, all right. I hope everybody feels better. I love you. Peace out. And have a day. Bye-bye.